stripes on top of the pictures, on top of the photographs. Can you see? Now you can pass them around so that you can see properly, clearly. Now, when you see that stripe, it shows that this is an old card. All you need to do is submit those cards to us. Submit those cards to us so that we can print another one for you. But the new cards, there is the logo, LRS logo is there. We have the chairman, LRS chairman signature. Then we have the date that the card is printed on the card. So these are the ways whereby you can differentiate between the old card and the new card. So in case you come across anybody that has the old card, please advise the person to send the cards to us so that we can produce the cards for them. Now, I've talked about the ETCD paying, I've talked about the modified, and for the corporate CTCC. Now, that is what the companies pay to the, your taxes are being deducted as source on a monthly basis. And every month, the company is supposed to remit such payments to Lagos State government. Now, at the end of the year, all these receipts are gathered. And at the end of the year, they meet with the tax authorities and they compare what they ought to have collected with the receipt they have collected. Then when they see that what the payment they have made is adequate, the CTCC is issued for them, telling them that they made correct payments. Now, there are times that maybe some of us we misplace our cards. Now, when we misplace our cards, there are processes which we need to follow. Can we go to page 22? They are all there. They are written on page 22. Now, in case you misplace your card, all you need to do is get a sworn affidavit and a police report. Get a sworn affidavit and a police report. You pay a token of 2,005 to either First Bank or FCMB. The account numbers are on the screen. You pay 2,500 to either First Bank of Nigeria or FCMB. 2,500. Then you fill the form. Then you attach everything, then you send them to us so that we can print another one for you. Now, that one is for lost card. Now, at times, we might want to change our name, or we have a cause or a reason why we need to change our name. Or probably because we're buying the fact that we want to change to Obuwabumi. Now, what we need to do is, number one, we need to make a newspaper publication. And at times, maybe you were once a Miss, and you are now a Mrs. Secondly, you just attach your marriage certificate to the newspaper publication. We encourage you to fill the form because there might be some other details in your profile which you might want to update. You attach the card. That card that bears your former name, you attach it to it, you send it to us or to any tax station for your submission to us here, where we're going to print another one for you. In case of that one, you do not need to pay a fine of 2,000 naira, 2,005. It's free. Are we clear with that? Or do you want me to repeat it? Okay. So, that is one thing about a lost card. Now, at times when we're processing these cards, the forms that we have submitted, there are some various challenges which we do encounter in the process of producing these cards, and mostly has to do with forms. Because most of us these forms, we do not write legibly. Some people, when they are writing certain letters, they do not write it well. Maybe you want to write a G, you write it as a Z. You want to write a H, you write it as a B. You know, and the people at our end, when they are keying it into the system, they might not see very clearly. So we advise that you please, when you are filling the form, you can use capital letters so that we at our end can see them very clearly. Also, there are some other fields on the form which are also very important. Your picture, your signature, your phone number, your email. Because if you do not fill in your phone number, there is no way you can get the alert. And we also need your email. All these fields are very necessary. And your signature, very important, and a clear picture. Because if you do not fill the forms well, at the end of the day, maybe when the forms have stayed with us for a while, they will need to send them back as error forms. So that's why when you people come around like this, we try to advise that you please fill the form very clearly, so that when you submit 50 forms, in return, you can get 50 cards. Are we clear with that? Yeah, thank you very much. Now, these cards which I've shown you, all these cards, the ETCC, the MTCC, we can view their details. And how can we view their details? There are two ways by which we can view their details. We can view them on the web and also using the card reader. Those are the two ways how we can view the details on the card. And I'm going to be showing you how we can do that, so that at our various ends, you can be able to see either your own details or other people's details. And on the web, and I'm sure we have gone through this before, earlier on. There are two ways by which we can log on. We can either log on as an individual or as an agency. Now, if you log on as an individual, you can only view your own profile alone. You can only view your own tax clearance alone. You cannot view other people's tax clearance. But if you log in as an agency, you can view your own tax clearance and still view other taxpayers' tax clearance. Now, we're logging. Now, I'm sure my colleagues has already talked about this particular page. Yes. And he has explained each and every one. Here, there is this confirmed ETCC tax details. We can see them on our laptops. If you can quickly go to that page. Now, we highlight confirmed ETCC tax details, payment details. We highlight it. Are we there? We can do it together so that at your end, you can also view the cards yourself. You highlight confirm ETCC payment details, then you click on display. When you click on display, it brings this out for you to enable you to put in the PID and select the period you want to view. Pardon? From that page I just showed you. To this page. Okay, let's go back. When you log in, you put in your PID, your password, and all whatnot, and log in. When you log in, it displays a page for you.
Sorry, sir. Maybe you should, because some of them are just
Okay.
You should just use that particular page.
I should log in. Okay, let me log out and log in all over so that we can see. Okay, I'm already out. Now, this is the page. When you click on login, it displays this. Are we clear now? Then your email. Make sure there is small letters, not capital letters. Now, this select service name, we said you can either log in as an individual or as an agency. So I'm going to be logging in as an agency because I want to view another person's profile. Then you put in your agency's service code. Then you click on login. Now, on this particular page, you can do a lot of things. And as an agency, you must have been given privileges or a privilege to do one or two things here. If you are not given any privilege, you might not be able to do anything there. Are we clear? Yeah. So now to view the payment details, we highlight confirm ETCC payment details. We highlight it, confirm ETCC payment details. Then we click on display. Now we're here now. Are we clear on how we got here now?
Yes.
Okay. Now when we get here, it gives us, enables us to key in the PID of the taxpayer you want to view the details and select the period you want to view. Now I want to view this first thing. Let me just use this place. Then you select the period. When you have selected the period, you click on submit. And it brings this out. It shows the PID, it shows the name of the person, it confirms the name of the person, it shows the name of the company where the person is, or if the person is under direct assessment. Direct assessment means that the person is on his own. Are we clear about that? But if it is in an agency or a ministry, it's going to show you the ministry. Then it's going to show the date of birth, the address. It's also going to show the address of the person. Then the tax details is also going to show you the tax details. That is the year, the income, and the tax paid by that person, and the amount applied. Then there is something here which has to do with LRS staff, that is the tax authorities. They need to do what is called certification. I don't know if you have LRS staff here. You do not. There are times that when at our various agencies, a taxpayer might come to us and present a receipt. When they present the receipt, now let's go to page 15 and view the receipt. Now, if you check the right hand side of the receipt, they will have the last tax paid and the ETCC status. You can see last tax paid, July 2013, and last TCC is written here, never. Can we see it? Are we there? Okay. Page 15. Are we there? We have the last tax page and last TCC. On this one is written never. That never means that this person's tax clearance has not been certified. But if it has been certified, it's going to show the date of certification on that page. And for the tax authorities to do that, here it needs to click on a yes or a no. When it clicks on yes or a no, you click on submit. Now, yes means I'm certifying this tax clearance, and no means I'm not certifying. Certifying means that what this person has paid is adequate. That is, what this person has paid to the Lagos State government is adequate. And when you click on no, it shows that what the person has paid is not adequate. That means maybe the person needs to pay more money. So what we're saying is that now, when someone comes to your office, because when the person is certified, any payment that the person makes after that time is going to show on that receipt. So if a taxpayer comes to your office and shows you the receipt, automatically you can know if you need to send the person to the tax authorities to verify whether the person's tax clearance is up to date or not. You can see it there on the receipt. Are we clear with that? Pardon?
What determines the adequacy?
It is the tax authorities that will do that. That will determine whether what you have paid is adequate or not.
But that should only apply to the self-assessed.
People say all tax payments. You know, like I said before, self-assessment, you are assessing yourself. But if your worth is 50,000, you can go to the bank and pay 5,000. Yes. But what we're saying now is that even though you pay 5,000, your tax clearance needs to go to the LRS authorities. And they now certify whether what you have paid is adequate or not. If it is adequate, if your worth is 5,000 and you pay 5,000, they will click here. So if the person pays money, on that receipt is going to show if this person's tax clearance has been certified or not. So at your end, if it's showing never, you need to refer that person to the tax authorities to clarify himself. That's what we're saying. I hope you're clear with that. I hope you're all clear with that. I don't need to repeat. Okay. So that's one way of doing the tax clearance. Another way, which I said, is with the card reader. You need to have a card reader. You need to have a card reader with the taxpayer's card that you want to do the details. And when we are inserting it into the card reader, we need to insert the place that has the chip inside the card so that we can be able to read it. Then on the system, you need to have the ePay client application on the system. That is this, the ePay client application on the system. If you do not have it, there is no how you can read this card, because it is the application that enables you to do that. So I'm going to insert it. You click on it.